गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मम तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Namaste friends, welcome to my this new channel, which I thought it would be appropriate to start this channel from the start of the new year 2025. And I take this opportunity to wish all of you a very happy and prosperous new year 2025, and may God bless you with all the success you earn for it. This channel is called as Pavitra Chinna Jyotish. This channel would be attributed solely to the purpose of educating to all the people and the viewers about the Jyotisha, especially uh, the things which as per our Vedic culture, we are slowly forgetting. So we just thought you could revive that by sharing the knowledge, sharing the experience which we have. I am into this Jyotisha approximately it's around 22 years of my life, and I have seen so many things which we people generally don't adopt, or other it is there in our gene, it is there in our blood, it is there in our Sanatan Dharma culture, but somehow we forgot. So with the sole motive of this to revive that, and also to know about how our Jyotish works, how our Vedic astrology works. So this is an attempt from me to start this new channel, and I hope that you all will support me in this venture. Of course, I would be needing your blessings, your support, and your best wishes. So without wasting time, let's get start straight away into the subject. In this video, I'm going to share my knowledge, my experience about a certain thing which is called as Tithi. We all know what is Tithi, but we never thought that Tithi can be so important for our Vedic astrology and for our Sanatan Dharma culture, that we never thought about it. So I would like to relive, revisit on that aspect also, and I will tell you how important a Tithi is in our life. So let's get start straight into the subject. Okay, this video I have divided into five subtopic. The first, we are going to see what is Panchanga, and what is the element of the Panchanga. Then, what is Tithi, the importance of Tithi in our Vedic culture. Then, what is Tithi Pravesh? Tithi Pravesh is the most important topic here, in which our video is based on. Then, finally, what is the importance of our birth date in our life. As you all can see on the screen, Panchanga, as you know, that it's a combination of two words. One is Panch, other is Anga. Panch is nothing but five, and Anga is nothing but limbs. So essentially, this Panchanga refers to the five limb of the Kala, which is otherwise known as time, and it is defined by five elements. See, this five element is the thing of which all the creatures in this universe, not only on our earth, it's made up of. And the five element of Panchanga is nothing but Agni, which is called as fire. Jala, water, Prithvi, earth, Vayu, air, Akasha, sky. And see, interestingly, this five elements of Panchanga is getting associated with the Vedic five limbs of Panchanga, which is called as, like for example, if you see on the screen, the Agni is attributed to the Vara, which in English we call it as weekdays. We all know that there are seven types of Vara, and it starts from Ravi Vara, it is Sunday, until Shanivara, it is Saturday. Next, if you see that it is Jala. Jala is associated with Tithi. See, we all made up of water. Our creation is from the water. So, in a what I can say that Tithi is nothing but a Vedic day, and this is having 30. So we all say that in a lunar month there are 30 Tithis or 30 Vedic days. Next comes the Prithvi, which is associated with Karna, which is half of the Tithi, which is some type is around 14 or 15. Next comes the Vayu, which is nothing but the air, and it is associated with Nakshatra. We all know that there are 27 Nakshatra. It starts from Ashwini, it ends into Revati. Plus one, it's called as Abhijit. Some astrologers they take this nakshatra for prediction, and some astrologer they don't take it. But yes, it still exists, and a lot more can say about the nakshatra. But this is not a topic to discuss here. And finally, it is akasha, which is sky, which is the yoga. It is associated with yoga. What is yoga? Yoga is nothing but the combination of any two things. It can be benefic, it can be malefic, both. And again, it is associated with the stars, 27 stars. And interestingly, in our Vedic culture, if you see that these five devas have been associated with the five elements of the Panchanga. Like, for example, Agni. Agni element is associated with the Surya Deva, or for that matter, we can also say, Mangal Deva. Jala, it is Durga, and Prithvi, it is Ganesha, Vayu, it is Rudra, Akasha, it is Vishnu. This five limbs of Kala or time, it is mentioned in our Vedas and Puranas that it is associated with the five heads of the Shiva. Like for example, the Agni, the element Agni is associated with the power of dissolution. The Jala element is associated with the power of sustenance. For that matter, the Prithvi, it's power of blessing. The Vayu, it is power of concealment. Akasha is nothing but the power of creation. And most importantly, every all these five heads, it revolves around only two things, which is nothing but sun and the moon. For us and for Shristi also, sun and the moon, the most important two devatas in our life. Even the whole edific of astrology is based on sun and moon primarily. Without sun and moon, nothing will exist. So now coming to this slide in which we will understand what exactly is the Tithi. See, we in our Vedic culture, we adopt the solely lunar month. What is this solely lunar month? Unlike the Westerners, which they adopt only solar return month, meaning that in a month when we say solely lunar, solely means sun, lunar means moon. So a Vedic lunar day, which is nothing but a Tithi, is when sun and moon make their divine relation and give us life on this. It is because of the relation of the sun and moon only we were able to exists on this earth. So to make it more clear, let us understand this way. See, sun is attributed as a divine father for us, and moon is attributed as a divine mother. So when this sun and moon, like divine father and divine mother, they form an angular distance which is somewhat exactly 12 degree apart from each other. They make one relationship. That one relationship is nothing but a Vedic lunar day, which is called as Tithi. But how this sun and moon comes into the picture, it is just like, if you see, if you go to any temple, if you see the Shivlinga is made up of the base and then the yoni. The base is called as Parashakti, which is our divine mother, and the yoni is called as Parashiva, Paramashiva, Adi Yogi. So Parashiva and then Parashakti, when they form a relationship, of course, we all are born. Now, one important thing will come to your mind is that how this 12 degree come into the picture. See, it is nothing. It's very a very simple equation, as we all know, or rather, we must be knowing that the speed of the sun per day is approximately around 1 degree, and the speed of the moon is around 12 to 13 degree. So when they want to form an angle, so they should be 13 minus 1, which is 12 degree. So that is the thing, we got this 12 degree concept. Now let us try to understand from this point of view how it works. See, we all know that our zodiac is round, which is 360 degree. And every 12 degree, that 12 degree which I told you that it is coming from the relationship of sun and moon. One tithi is born, hence there are 30 tithis in a month. Now let us take the example of this. When sun and the moon, they conjunct exactly as the 0 degree, that is called as Amavasya Tithi. This Amavasya is one of the Tithis which we have. It is just like 15 Tithi Shukla Paksha and 15th Tithi Krishna Paksha. So in that Amavasya Tithi is one of the Tithi. Now when sun and moon exactly at the 0 degree, so it is called as waning moon. Why it is called as waning moon? It is called as Krishna Paksha. It is called as darker fortnight. Why it is called as darker fortnight? Because the sun is not gaining, sorry, the moon is not gaining any light from the sun. The moon is absolutely in a dark when it conjoined with the sun. Now, when moon started going away from the sun slowly, slowly, when it reaches from 0 to 12 degree, one tithi is born. That is the Shukla Paksh tithi, because the moon is acquiring the light of the sun at it is moving away, 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 away. And when it reaches 180 degree exactly opposite sun and moon, we call it as Purnima. A Purnima is nothing but a full moon with full brightness. Again, again the cycle will go on. From Purnima, it will come to Amavasya, and from Amavasya, it will come to Purnima. That is how, all our calendars, all our festivals are based on this Tithi. Like, for example, if you see here, the sun and the moon, when we observe from the earth, geocentric observation has been done. If you see that when moon travels from 0 to 12 degree, first Pratipada is born. When from 13 to 24, second Dutiya is born. And from 25 to 36, it is Tritiya Tithi is born. Like that, it goes up to Purnima. Then again, it comes up to Pratipada, Ditiya, then Amavasya. Like that. I hope I'm able to make it clear. Like for example, if you see here, start from Amavasya, then the moon light goes on increasing. It gets full moon with full light. Then again, it goes on waning, it is again it's Amavasya. So Amavasya, Purnima, Amavasya. If you see in this example, suppose if I take that the sun is in Aries, the sun is in Mesham, along with the moon, which is having a 0 degree, it is Amavati Tithi, right? So next time, when will be the Amavasya Tithi? It will be in the Taurus, it will be in the Vrishabham, because when when the sun travels, so it travels one extra house which the moon has to cover. So the moon travels 12 signs plus the one sign where the sun is actually placed, so it becomes the next rashi. So next next Amavasya Tithi will be in the Vrishabham Rashi, or we call it as Taurus Nadi. Like that it goes on for every Tithi. Now, why I was telling that, this Tithi is very important in our Vedic culture. If you see that all our festivals are associated with this Tithi and Paksha only. When this Tithi and Paksha come, this festival we celebrate. For example, if you take Gudi Padwa comes in the Tithi of Pratama, and Paksha is Shukla Paksha. It has to be Shukla Paksha Pratama Tithi. Any other tithi we cannot celebrate Gudi Padwa. Like for example, Ram Navami. The name itself indicate, Navami. Navami is one of the tithi. So the Ram Navami is celebrated on Shukla Navami. Like for example, Guru Purnima. Guru Purnima is celebrated on the tithi of Purnima Shukla Paksh. Krishna Janmashtami, Ashtami, Krishna Paksh. Vijaya Dashami, Dashami Tithi, Shukla Paksh. Then Deepavali, we call it at Diwali, this is Lakshmi Pujan, which comes in Krishna Paksh, Amavasya Tithi. So when our forefathers, when our ancestors, when our Rishi Munis have given such a importance to the Tithi, of course it makes sense for us to also adopt the same. Now we understood what is Tithi and how one Tithi is born, etc. All this. Now coming to what is Tithi Pravesh. This Tithi Pravesh is associated or based to an individual. It's the real and annual birth date of an individual, wherein the angular distance of the sun and the moon is exactly the same when you are born on this earth. See, in this Vedic astrology, it is called as Tithi Pravesha chart or annual horoscope for an individual. This chart can be created or is created every year of the life based on the date when the sun and the moon return to the same degree and sign wise position in the original birth chart. See, the important point here to note is that the sun has to be in the same Rashi when you are born. In Western astrology, it is called only as solar return. They see only when the sun returns to the same Rashi when you are born. But in our Vedic culture, we always think, and everything has got a logic behind it. If sun father, divine father comes to the same position without mother, how we can born? So, so the mother has to be there for a relationship for us to be created. Hence, we give importance to sun and the moon. Hence, it is called as solely lunar month. Whereas in Western astrology, it is called as solar returns. In astrology, this Tithi Pravesha chart is given so important that one can actually find out what is going to happen, what are the events going to happen, and how it can be handled in an individual's life. To make it more clear, I had taken one example, one chart of famous personality who was born in Mumbai. And if you can see that, just for the sake of the viewers, I have put in two charts, both the chart. One chart is North Indian, other is South Indian style, so that our viewers can understand very easily. Now here, the most important part is that the uppermost is the real birth chart of that famous personality, and the down below is the new Tithi Pravesh chart. So if you see this table, the time of the birth of this personality is 1653. The place is Mumbai, and the Rashi is Vrishab Rashi. You can see here Vrishab Rashi. Nakshatra is Rohini, and Nakshatra Padam is 4. Sun is in Dhanush Rashi, which is having a longitude of 1655-59 degree. Moon is in Vrishab Rashi with the longitude of 2251-23. As per the calculation, this famous personality, this famous gentleman, was born on the Tithi of Shukla Paksh Trayodashi. Now, if I want to know what could be his real birth date for this year 2024, what I will do is that I will try to find out the relationship between sun and moon, the longitude of the sun and the longitude of the moon, which gives you the exactly the Shukla Paksh Trayodashi Tithi. And this is falling on the 12th of January 2025. And the time can be anything. The birthplace has to be Mumbai. See, the nakshatra can be different. The pada can be same or it can be different. The point here to be noted is that we all know that we follows our nakshatra birth date in some part of our India as per the nakshatra. They call it as nakshatra birth date. This is not actually correct. The correct is the tithi. When is the tithi is coming? That is the real birth day where you were born, not on the date that when the nakshatra is falling on that day. So for this gentleman, the real next birthday is 12th of January 2025 and not 30th December 2024. Let us take one more example. If you see in this chart, this person was born on 7th of January 71, Nagpur, Nakshatra Kritika, Pada 2nd. Sun is in Dhanu Rashi with 2348, Moon is in Vrishabh Rashi with longitude 223. And if I calculate the Tithi Pravesh chart or birth date for the gentleman, for this person, it is coming 10th of January 2025. Why? Because this person was born on Shukla Ekadashi, and Shukla Paksh Ekadashi is falling on 10th of January 2025 and not 7th of January 2025. Please note here. So this person's real birthday is 10th of January 2025, wherein for the entire year he should recharge his battery, looking into the chart, what exactly he has to do for the rest of the year. Now, this Tithi has got some peculiar traits, and also it has been attributed to certain lordship. Like, for example, Pratipada, this is the first Tithi wherein the Lord is Surya. It is said that it may be general, but it is absolutely proved to be okay. This person will have trait of this. The person born on Pratipada, first Tithi, he will be doing great deeds in his life. He will be a hard worker and purva, he will have punya charitra. Like for example, if you see Chaturthi is fourth Tithi, which is lordship having of Buddha Graha. This person who is having Chaturthi, he will be faithful for the masses. He loves traveling and he will be expert in mantra, shastra, etc. If you see the Shasti Tithi. Shasti is the sixth one, whereas the Lord is Shukra. This person is just a king person. He is very learned, and but his temperament may be very short tempered. Like Ashtami Tithi. Ashtami Tithi is the eighth Tithi, which is having a lordship of Rahu. He is very sensual person, and he will be very attached to his loved ones and children, but he may be suffering from kappa related problems. Like for example, Dashmi Tithi, 10th Tithi, Lord is Chandra. He is Punyatma. His wife and children are expert in talking. He will be very wealthy and he will be very honorable. Next, if you see Ekadashi, he is worshipping God and Brahman. He has many servants and he will have all types of wealth. And last two, if you see that Amavasya Tithi, we, the lordship is attributed to Rahu, and he is a man who actually worship, ancient people, ancestors, God, and if you see the Purnima Tithi, the Lord is Shani, and the person who borns on this Tithi, he brings fame to his legacy or vansh. He will be always very cheerful and happy minded. But the question arises, one can ask, how to find this Tithi Pravesh date. See, this could be the one of the reason, we actually forgot to have this, Tithi as a Vedic birth date. Because, we always follow the English calendar, which is the pop Gregorian calendar, which is easily available everywhere. So so we can see and then we can say that it's our birthday. But nowadays the technology has become so good and also very far reaching that every computer astrological software has built in feature of this finding the Tithi Pravesh chart, and you can use easily compute your birth chart at the click of the button. It is easily available everywhere online on the website. But still, if you find any problem with this, you can always put your details like date of birth, time of birth, place of birth in the comment section. I will revert back to you what is your Vedic birth date on which you have to celebrate. Now, friends, when it comes to you, I am very sure that you understood the importance of Tithi and our Vedic birthday, which we should celebrate as per the Tithi, not any other thing, not as per the Gregorian calendar, not as per the nakshatra. So when someone says that it is my birthday, so somebody asks when, you should always say that it's not as per English Gregorian calendar date. It is as per the Vedic Tithi Pravesh date. With this, I will end my presentation here, and I am pretty sure that I am able to make you understand, make you very clear why this Tithi is very important for our birthday, and we should try to encourage to adopt this culture in our friends and families and our dear one, and also proudly we can say to our children also, so that our next generation would be very proud of us that we are enriching our Vedic culture to our next generation also. This legacy has to be continued, and for that I am sure that you all will follow this and help us. So once again, uh, with this, I wish you all a very, very happy and prosperous 2025 New Year, and I hope that going forward you will always celebrate your birthday as per Vedic Tithi Pravesh date. Thank you very much.